Okay, today is March the 17th, 2016, and right now at 10 o'clock in Los Angeles, in the foothills, we have a barometric pressure of 1,014 millibar, which is about 29.94 inches on the barometer. We have a temperature of 60 degrees. The relative humidity is 53%, and the dew point is 43 degrees. And right now we're watching the northeast Pacific water vapor loop. We can see that storm right here. This has been hit all night with a transmitter. We can see that the core is very disorganized. Looks like a milkshake in there. There's a lot of very odd activity going on here. There's no real organization. The core is spinning counterclockwise, but there are parts inside of this core that are actually spinning clockwise, and we'll take a look at that here. And we also have a moisture field moving down out of the West Pacific here. We can see that, and we've got high pressure all through here. We can see that right about here there's an area of high pressure installed, and that is going to protect the Hawaiian Islands from this very large moisture field, which is moving right down in that path. So they've got Hawaii protected once again. We also have a very strong area of high pressure right through here. This has been installed by a phased array radar that forms a border, a very high pressure fence. I call it an electronic fence, and that prevents this moisture field moving in from feeding this storm system right here. This would otherwise wind right into that core, but they've got this very strong high pressure installed right through here. We can see that. And that is basically a fence, an electronic type fence, which will maintain separation between this moisture field and that storm. Now the jet stream is right here. We can take a look at that. Jet stream is depicting some movement wrapping around and back up and then back down this way, but the maps don't really show that. We take a look at the flow here. Most of it, we've got this thing spinning counterclockwise, and we have this flow here. So I'm not sure where they're getting that information, but we do still have high pressure parked right off of the west coast. The skies were very clear today over the Los Angeles area. There were no aerosols. There were no clouds of any kind, and no aerosols to be seen. If anybody saw any chemtrails anywhere in California or anywhere else, just put a note up on the forum. We'll take a look at that. So this is about, I believe, about the fifth day, I think, where we've had high pressure blocking any chance of rain. We've got a front here from this storm front, and that is all being blocked by this high pressure that is sitting stationary right there. Also, we have a dry upper level low spinning right here. And we do have a low pressure on the barometer indicated, 29.94 currently right now. And that's a little low, and that's because we do have low pressure right here. And we also have, according to the pressure maps, the sea level, we've got a low pressure area right through here. We'll take a look at that as well. Let's take a look at some of these other maps. We've got the jet stream here. And we can see that strange they depicted this flow here, but it's hard to see that on the on the map here. All right, let's take a look next at the western U.S. map, water vapor loop. We can get an idea of how big that storm really is. Not a lot of organization in the core. We can see a lot of different things going on in that core. That's because they've been hitting this. The people running this weather modification program, they target the cores of these storms with heat and with microwave, and that will heat the core and raise the core pressure, and we see all sorts of strange turbulence going on in here. We have clockwise rotation in certain areas. Generally, though, the storm is spinning in a counterclockwise direction. We also have something here developing right here, and they are hitting that with heat as well. This is a developing system right here within this larger system. And we'll take a look at that on the surface analysis map. Okay, here is the infrared loop. We can see that storm there. And this developing area right here, which is trying to spin counterclockwise right there. Today it was very warm. It was around 82 degrees in certain areas of Los Angeles, 83, 82. It's like June weather, very unseasonable. We should be having rain. This was an opportunity for rain, blocked once again by high pressure, installed right off the west coast. Okay, next let's take a look at the surface analysis map. And we can see that area of high pressure right here. Got 1,021 millibar high pressure center right here. And we have a trough identified, which is basically running right up the U.S. coastline, all the way from California right up into Washington right here. Okay. And this high pressure will probably block this cold front from delivering any kind of rainy weather and clouds and things. This will block that. So I do not expect to see any rain for the next few days, and that's what the weather people just said. We have another area of high pressure right out here, which is actually sitting right over a cold front, 1,027 millibar. This is the second system up here, developing gale, and we have high pressure all through here, which is protecting the Hawaiian Islands. All right, we have very strong high pressure up here, 1,036 millibar right over Canada. And that's because this system is forecast to continue moving north. And Alaska has been getting hammered, for lack of a better term, by all these systems. They've been going straight into Alaska or just going around the pinwheel. But this time, I think this high pressure will not allow the system to move up into Canada, so it will probably go right into Alaska. All right, next is the wave analysis map. We can see that that big storm offshore is developing 30-foot swells, and then right off California here we have 6 and 9 and 12 and 15-foot seas moving in towards Oregon and Washington and California. All right, next let's look at the sea level pressure. We can take a look here and see that there is an area of low pressure centered over New Mexico and part of Arizona and Mexico itself, 1,001 millibar. And right over LA, we have 1,012 millibar right here, all through this area. And between this and 1,019 millibar here, that's going to block much of this cold front. Despite the fact that we have low pressure sitting over here, we also have an upper level low spinning down off of Baja. It's actually a dry low. And take a look at that again. This is the 500 millibar map. You see that low indicated right down here. And here is the 300 millibar. You see some low pressure indicated here and also down here. And here is the MODIS today map, which is not showing any aerosols anywhere. It's just there's no aerosols anywhere. It's been very clear the last 3 days in Santa Barbara and also down in LA. I have not seen any aerosols, no chemtrails. All right, let's go back and take a look at the, here's that upper level low I was talking about right down near Baja, right here, spinning. It's got a transmitter on it. We can see that there's no way that any moisture is going to get in and feed that core of that system. Everything here is shielded. We can see the blockade. That transmitter is right on top of that upper level low, and that is shielding the low from any moisture. We can see that border all the way around right here. And that's not allowing any moisture to get in and feed that low pressure system. Otherwise it would spin up and it would look like this very shortly. So there it is. All right, so that's it. That's the summary for today. We'll go ahead and we'll do another update tomorrow.